Hello again and welcome back. I am Jared Case, curator of film exhibitions at the Dryden Theater and the George Eastman Museum, and I've got another Thanksgiving streaming recommendation for you. Today we're going to talk about Nobody's Fool from 1994, directed by Robert Benton, adapted from Richard Russo's novel of the same name, and starring Paul Newman in the last of his 8 Oscar-nominated lead performances. It's actually the first of 3 works that Newman was featured in based on Russo's writing. The next one was Twilight from 1998, also directed by Benton. And the last was the HBO adaptation of Russo's Pulitzer Prize winning novel Empire Falls in 2005. Nobody's Fool centers around Donald Sullivan, or Sully, played by Newman, who is a 60-year-old ne'er-do-well who has spent his entire life in the fictional town of North Bath, New York. We get a sense of his life as he goes from the room that he rents from his 8th grade English teacher to a court hearing about a knee he may have injured while on the job, to poker games and bars and back. He's never had much use for family, as in fact he left his wife several years ago, so it's a bit of a surprise when his grown son and his family come back to North Bath for Thanksgiving. Invited to dinner, Sully finds himself in a very awkward situation and he leaves soon after he arrives, only to find that his grandson, Will, has stowed away in his pickup truck. Suddenly, Sully begins to see some of what he's been missing over the years and begins to reconnect with both his son and with Will. Beyond just being set at the holiday, the themes of gratefulness and reassessment run through the film. Sully tends to think mainly about himself. He measures himself based on his friends and the people that are around him, but it is only when he envisions what might have been and how his actions have affected his family that he begins to realize that he is not isolated, but instead part of a larger tapestry. Now, Benton's adaptation of the novel was also nominated for an Oscar, and he puts together a stellar cast, including Jessica Tandy in her final role, Melanie Griffith, Bruce Willis, and Rochester's own Philip Seymour Hoffman, who plays a police officer who is irritated by Sully's many infractions. While the town of North Bath is fictional, there is a Bath, New York that is situated about an hour south of Rochester. And while the movie situates North Bath in the Mohawk Valley, the film was actually shot right around Poughkeepsie in the Hudson Valley. So if you are interested in spending your Thanksgiving being grateful for what you have and maybe reassessing what your life has been up to that point, I do recommend Nobody's Fool, which is now streaming on Amazon Prime Video and, of course, is for rent on many of the digital platforms. So we hope you have a great holiday, and please come back for some more recommendations.